Hey, it's Marshall Tingle with your Superior Ag Insurance Weekly Review for this past week, the week of February 4th through the 11th, where we go over all things ag commodities and see all the price changes and trends that we see throughout the week. Now, let's get right into it. Talk about your corn market. So we're seeing big gains on your old crop corn this week, as well as your new crop corn. You know, we're still seeing these outside factors coming in and having to play on the market. Your expected shortages there in South America, your Russia-Ukraine conflict going on, as well as several other outside influences coming in and having an impact on this corn market. But let's talk about your old crop corn here. Old crop corn this week started off at $6.20 a bushel, finished out the week at $6.51 a bushel, and you had a weekly high this past week of $6.62 a bushel. Now, let's talk about your new crop corn. Now, seeing some big daily swings on this new crop corn, anywhere from 15 to 20 cent swings on them. But we started off the week on your new crop corn at $5.74 a bushel, finished out the week at $5.95 a bushel, and you had a weekly high for the week of $5.98 per bushel. So a really strong market there, and some big gains going on across the board there, both on your old crop and your new crop corn. Now, let's talk about your soybean market. Soybean market this week has been very, very volatile. The same influences that we talked about last week is having a huge play this week, as well as the same factors there that's affecting your corn market is also affecting your soybean market. Now, we are seeing a lot of daily swings go on in your soybean market somewhere. Even just take for Thursday, for instance. Thursday, you had a 60-cent swing on the day. That's 60 cents change in one singular day. But let's talk about your bean market here now. Beans as a whole gained 50 cents on the week, which is outstanding. Your March beans started off the week at $15.33 a bushel, ended the week at $15.83 a bushel, and you had a weekly high of $16.33 per bushel on your beans. That's outstanding. Now, let's talk about your November beans. November soybeans started off the week at $13.96 a bushel. They ended the week out at $14.44 a bushel, and you had a weekly high there on your November beans of $14.69 for your new crop beans. Now, outstanding trade there. Now, let's talk about your feeder cattle market. As far as actual cash trade is concerned on your feeder cattle market, feeder cattle, your feeder steers and heifers this week, the prices on those as far as cash trade in the sale barns continue to rise. Seeing anywhere from a $3 to $5 increase on there. Everybody's got green grass fever as we come up here into March and April and into May. Everybody's getting really excited about these lightweight cattle. Now, as far as your board is concerned, the board's going to be pretty much flat. Some of your further out months and further out contracts lost about $1, but everything else is going to be pretty steady. Just for example, your March feeder contracts this past week. Last week was $1.6610. This week's going to be $1.6622, so only about a 12 cents change there. And then your April contracts last week were $1.7142. This week are going to be $1.7770. So not too much of a change going on there, but everything's pretty much flat until you get farther out. Now let's talk about your fat cattle market. Fat cattle market is going to be pretty much steady until you get down in December of 22. In that case, the market gained about $1. So your February contracts for your live cattle last week were going to be at $142.05. This week, February contracts at $141.87. April's going to be $146.87. Last week, this week's going to be at $146.17. But you jump down into December. December of last week was $148.52. You jump up to this week at $149.45. So a really nice sign there as we get back towards December of 22. Now let's talk about your national daily direct cattle. Your 5-day accumulated average on a live steer this week was going to be 1,489 pounds was his average on the weight. Average price was going to be $139.83. On your heifer market, it was going to be 1,340 pounds at $1.3981. Now you compare that to last week. Last week's steers were a little bit heavier at 1,530 at $139.16, and heifers just a little bit heavier as well, 1,375 at $138.50. So a little bit of increase in the market there, even though you had a poundage decrease. So that's all things commodity. Now don't forget now your crop insurance price discovery. That's going to be as of the 11th of February. Corn's going to be at $5.79. Beans are going to be right now, your soybeans are going to be at $14.07. And don't forget that runs out February 28th. But if you have any questions, you want to go more in depth about it, or if you want to put an insurance policy on your corn, your soybeans, or an LRP policy on some of your cattle that you might have, feel free to reach out to us at Ian Thomas, 859-613-2453, or Damon Reed at 859-200-9188. check us out on the website, www.superioragins.com, or keep up with us here on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, or any of our other social media platforms, and just reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Friday.